Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Kathy, and here we are on March 2nd. It is 2025. We're going to just go speeding right through. And if you need to have time, hit pause. First of all, heart source. Those of you who have not established your heart source, yes, you're not familiar with it. It's real simple. This is the one where you may have to pause occasionally. Move into the front of your heart chakra. Staying there, now move around to the back and go into the back of the heart chakra. Now move into the front of the third eye. The brow chakra is the third eye. And now go to the back. Go into the back of the third eye. Somebody's having a hard time getting in there. It's like you're a little bit too much to the right and higher. So just move down. There you go. And now establish, intend, draw a beam of energy from your heart chakra to your third eye. Feel that electrical charge. Send that beam of energy straight up to the center of the universe. It knows where to go. And straight down to the center of the earth. And as Amma says, you are now grounded above and below. Grounded above and below. And this is your heart source. And Amma wants us to learn how to stay in it 24/7. She wants you to be able to wake up in the morning in your heart source, and she wants you to notice when you're out of it. And if you feel fear or anger, or irritation, you're out of it. So it's that simple. And now, Michael's sword. I am the sword for those of you who already have the sword. For those of you who do not have the sword, call upon Archangel Michael, extend your dominant hand, and just say, "May I have your sword?" And he will place the hilt of his sword in your hand. He always does it, even though I do this each time and I feel it. Those of you who are seeing me on video, that's my hand closes over it. It's like this. Hold the sword up to your heart. And now just put it in your heart, so your heart center. Now say, "I am the sword," and just feel that energy go throughout you. Again, if I'm going too fast, just punch pause. There you go. In the back of your third eye, in the front of your third eye, but in the back of the front is the violet flame. Amma, in one of her books, I think Hidden Structures, told us about that little secret. Just say, "Violet flame, activate along each layer of my aura," and it will activate along all 7 layers. Okay, you've got a pretty good protection system done. The heart source is a Merkaba. You can say heart source, and everything will extend also. Heart source, extend to either the furthest reaches of my fingers when I hold my arms out, or to the 7th layer of my aura, whichever is larger. And you will find that when you establish your heart source, when you say, "I am the sword," when you use the violet flame, your aura is larger. Some of you that are on the call, your aura is beyond the room that you're sitting in. So that's the protection now. This next part is an adaptation from the Melchizedek method. It is the healing lecture room. There is a floor of light below us. That is everyone who ever will see this particular video. The floor of light below us, a canopy of light above us, pillars of light in each corner. Sometimes, as in today, they will make the healing lecture room a circle and not a square. You can just put your pillars wherever you are, and they'll end up equidistant. Between pillar to pillar are angels from all different realms. Those of you who have a sensitivity to knowing what angelic realms are there, you can get a sense of what you're going to be doing that day, because when you need protection, it are the angels from Archangel Michael's band. If you are working with healing, you will have Archangel Raphael's band. And you will have some of Archangel Michael's if there's that need for protection. And if you need to be grounded more into the earth, Archangel Uriel and Uriel's band, sometimes you will have angels from different groupings that are with us. Just breathe. There is a pillar of light in the center. These folks come marching in. We've got a couple of angels that must be from Gabriel's band, leading the way with those long trumpets, bringing everybody in. And Metatron is leading. For those of you who don't Metatron, he's an archangel. Those of you who have studied the Kabbalah, the Jewish mysticism, he's at the very top of the tree of life. There is Yeshua Hilarion, who's the Chohan of the fifth ray. Buddha, Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, Kali. Kali's a Hindu goddess and is a destroyer and a rebuilder. All different kinds of beings are coming in. They're coming into the central pillar. The way to connect with them is to send a beam of energy from your heart to the central pillar. Not only are you connected to them, you're connected to all of us in this group. And now we are going to have the healing ceremony. Amma is excited. She wants to come in and give us and she's been giving us a lot of messages the last few months. She wants to speed the healing along. She is asking all of you to invite in whomever it is that you wish to hold in healing as you hold yourself in healing. Amma has been emphasizing to us that before we do any healing, go ahead and do healing with yourself, because the more healing you do, the more light we hold, and the more light we can send to others that we pray for or work with. Now, she says she's going to take us through an abbreviated tunnel of transmutation. So I'm not going to explain the funnel, rather I said tunnel, but she calls it the funnel of transmutation. If you want to get all the explanation there, I think it's YouTube to October, I think it's October 9th. It's right in there, but it'll have a heading of the tunnel of transmutation. You can go listen to that healing session and get a lot of information on it. Just say, establish the funnel of transmutation within my system. Mine just came right in. What happens with this is we can actually, in a sense, suck out the congested energy in other people and within ourselves, and it will not affect us. So if you're working with somebody who's extremely depressed, you can ask to suck in like a vacuum their depressive energy. They'll only let go of what they want to let go of, but bring it within your funnel and it's within your body. Because of the funnel, it cannot penetrate into your physical self. It just goes right through. And then you say transmute. So now be sure you've got everybody with you that you wish to do healing work with. It can be people you don't know, people you've heard about. In this group, we've brought in the souls of those who have left their bodies in Gaza or Ukraine or in other places, and gather them around you. And because of all of the protection work you've done, Heart Source, Michael's sword, the violet flame, now the funnel of transmutation, and you're protected. Just stay in your heart source. There you go. Now, this is key, and I don't remember if that's in the original one, but what I've discovered is that healing team, please pull from me any energies that are activated by the struggles of the people that are around me. So, for instance, if you're working with depression, and you can say, please, if that's just one person, but then you can just say, please pull from me any encodements that have me in, that hold in depression. When you're working with a lot of people, you're just asking your healing team anything that resonates with me that will surface within me. Bring it to the forefront. And now, healing team, bring all of that into my transmutation funnel. Feel it come in. And now simply say, transmute. Notice what happens. Breathe. And when you breathe, when you inhale, bring in energy from above and below. It's part of what the heart source does. Bring the energy in from above and below. There may be some energy where a few of you may be out of your heart source. Just simply say heart source and you'll go right back in. There you go. Go ahead and say transmute again. There is no need for fear, no need for anxiety. Your vibration is higher. One last thing with this. Healing team, please bring in light to the highest vibration for myself that I can handle, to fill the places which are now empty because they don't have those other encodements, those other energies in there. Fill those spaces with light. And notice what happens to your system. There you go. I bring my sister in with what she's going through, and several other people that have let me know that there have been difficulties with them or their children or significant others. Each one has the choice of whether to release energy to you. We're working with them on a soul level. And now I just ask their healing teams. Remember, their healing teams consist of their soul self, their body soul, their encodement team, their soul healing team, and others they have invited in. And just say to them on a soul level, I would like to gift you with the opportunity to release and transmute congested energies which have been resulting in maybe depression or anxiety or confusion or overwhelm. What I would really like to remove from you as my gift to you is any low vibration energy you have within you that you are ready to release. And now healing teams, and you're talking to all of the healing teams of those around you. Please surface as much low vibration energy that your person is willing to release. And it's just going to come out. Other times that we will ask, I call forth all of my anxiety, and that stuff will bring up the anxiety because it just comes right out of your body. And so for them, whatever it is, call it forth. And if other energies from you came out at the same time, like it did when for me, I now ask my healing teams and my healing guides to bring all of that into my transmutational funnel. My experience is that the things that came out when I said about anxiety, that it comes into my transmutational funnel, I do not experience that energy. It does not invade my energy system at all. It goes into this funnel, and just let it all gather there. Hilarion wants me to add this thing. It's been in others, but he says, you're going too fast. So now, transmute it knows exactly what to do. Notice what is happening. When you feel it is complete, simply say, healing teams, please return this elevated vibration of energy and place it in the empty spaces from where it came. Those of you that may have been first raised within the Christian tradition, which I was, there is a scripture where Jesus released some demons from someone, and he told everybody there that you must bring something in to fill the emptiness. It goes back to that nature abhors a vacuum. So you want to fill that place where the low vibration energy was with high vibration energy. And I've been instructed to fill it with the highest vibration possible. And what that means with the highest vibration possible is the highest vibration that person can handle. People who have a generally low vibration of energy can't handle the same energy coming into them of a high vibration. So the energy vibration of the Dalai Lama might burn your energy field unless you're of that vibration. And doesn't matter what vibration you are, your healing team will take care of you. Now let's add one more thing. You're talking to your healing team and their healing team. Please elevate our vibration to the highest level possible that it can remain in. And everybody around you will come up to a higher, it'll be different vibrations. That's not your concern of where it is. Your concern is only yours. Breathe. And that, my friends, is the transmutational funnel. You can use it many ways. We've gone into some of it in the past, so you can look at the past Sunday ceremony recordings and get an idea of that. Metatron said, now is the time. Big grin on his face. Now is the time to turn this into a lecture room. And he wants you to make yourself comfortable. You can transport yourself anywhere you want to be because the healing lecture room is an infinite space. I know people who go into a meadow, go by a lake, go by the beach. I know of someone who goes to other planets. It doesn't matter. You can hear from anywhere. Make yourself comfortable. Double check to be sure you're in your heart source. And with any lecture that you're getting ready to hear, no matter if it's a history one or science, or in this case, from the Divine Mother. Encodement team, please align my encodement system to hear and understand the message that the Divine Mother is giving to me. I'm going to ask my encodement team to align my encodement system to be able to interpret the Divine Mother's energy for everyone here. I'm asking that I be given the messages that we on this call, and that means those of you who are listening to this 2 years from now, 5 years from now, what we need to hear. The next person you hear will be Amma, the Divine Mother. Dear ones, I am Amma, the Divine Mother of the Divine Mothers, and I am your mother. Before we started this celebration, you were talking about things happening to you physically, but there are things happening in other realms. People are sick. People are having divisions in family, country against country. I have been talking for a few months now about what you have been called to do and to be during this time of cleansing, in this time of coming to the new age. And I've mentioned that you are special, that you were called specifically. And I have watched as some of you have felt overwhelmed or said, oh, not me, I'm not special. No, I'm not called to do these things. I want to talk more today with great love about who you are. If you could see me as a human being, if you could see the Divine Father, Abba, as a human being, we are each standing next to you. It doesn't matter if the entire world is listening. We are standing next to each of the 8 billion plus people on this planet. When you know that there are such massive amounts of people, it is difficult from that human level to understand, to be aware of, to even believe that the Divine Mother, the Divine Father, the creative energy of the Creator, as we combine to be the Creator energy, is right there with you. Right there with you. What you may not understand, and it is difficult to understand, is that we knew you before you separated from our light. And our light still goes with you. But when you separated from the wholeness and you answered the call to say, yes, I want to participate in this grand adventure of creating a world and populating that world and learning how it is that new souls can come to express themselves in love. We not only knew you before you did this, We knew you in each incarnation that you would have. And you have had hundreds. You have had hundreds in the humanoid aspect. People say, oh, I've had 4 or 5. No, you have had hundreds. And that does not count your incarnations as a one-celled being, like an algae or a paramecium or a bacteria or a virus, where your energy went into a one-celled being to be able to get used to being in a body. Yes, a bacterium is a body. Then it collects with others. You have even been, and I have said this before, you have even been cells in a huge body, and you have been a cell in a part of a body, and that's where you learn community. Let's say you were in the cell of the heart, and that cell could be in the heart of a human or an animal. You were in that cell. You had to learn, and they all taught you, those that were around you. You function in this way, so this heart can keep beating, so that this blood flow can go this way and that way, exactly where it needs to be. Are you ready? The energy of me, Amma, and the Father, Abba, are with you on that cellular level. Those of you who have children, those of you who have watched nieces, nephews, and friends, children, and the delight that you have and what you know of them, especially you who are parents, because you are there with them most of the time. We are there with you all of the time. We watch in deep satisfaction at the amazing things creation does. It's important for you to recognize that you are not alone. Even in this body that you have, with its trillions of cells working, those trillions of cells that have an aspect of the God force incarnated as a cell, just as you started, each one being known by the mother and the father aspects of the Creator. You heard it said, those of you who have been of the Christian tradition, where Yeshua says, every hair on your head is counted, even as they may grow and fall. Where you have heard it said that the Father is aware of a sparrow that falls from the air. We, Amma and Abba, we are aware of how every aspect of you is functioning, and we are loving you. We know the end of this incarnation, of what that is going to be for you and what you have accomplished at the end of this incarnation. Now, here's a mystery. Even though we know the end, remember that there is no time for us. And you can change what is happening in your incarnation at any time. And we know when that happens, and we know the possibilities. And yet you have the freedom of will to choose what it is you want to change in your life. And you have the freedom of will to be able to form images in your mind of houses, of exercise, of food, of partners, of friends, of your pets, of your yard, You form those energies and decide how you're going to work with them. And you can change your mind. Yes, we know the end result, the Father and I, but you are living within time, and we are there supporting you. And not only are we there supporting you, we have given to you the power to ask for more support. If you do not believe that the Creator is supportive enough, you may ask for specialized beings who have been created to support our creation. And those are the beings that you can call. Are there angelic realms that know how to garden? Please come and be with me. Those of you who have studied painting on this other side and how to bring images to mind with paint, be it with paint or on a computer, those of you who know how to communicate with words, and those of you who know how to laugh, and you send this word out and say, "This is what I need. Will you be with me and help me with that?" The answer is yes. And because we knew you, the Father and I knew you before you separated from us, before you were born, because we knew you and we knew every instant of what would happen in this particular incarnation, as well as all the others. We knew what beings to create that would assist you. We knew when to send some members of the angelic realm to school to learn how to write code for computers. You are so special. Here's another mystery. People that you see that are misusing their power, those that cause war, those who deny the sacredness of other human beings, of other animals, of plants, those who have idolatry of money and power. There is nothing wrong with power, and there is nothing wrong with money. It is the idolatry to the belief that is God. That is what makes you who you are. And you can probably go through your mind and name people that are such. They had a choice early in their life. And yes, they did come to help bring energy into this planet. But they had the choice to do it from their heart or from their fear. Their fear came from the belief that they had to have this money, this power, this job in order to be whole and for people to respect or fear them. We knew all of this, but we had it play out, and you are experiencing that now. This is the time that was created that we knew we needed to insert every person upon this planet. Yes, all 8+ billion ones of you, where you have to decide who you are, what you're going to create, and whose, shall we put it in quotes, side you're on. Are you on the side of simply manufacturing money and power? Or are you upon the side of being able to give of your wealth and of your power to support those who have not power themselves because they haven't known how to marshal it and use it. Each one of you who listen to this message, you have indescribable power, and you can call for more power. You could say to the universe, I call upon Archangel Metatron to teach me how to create using sacred geometry. I call upon the energy of the Creator. And yes, even though we created all of these other beings, we will answer you. I call upon the Creator who created me to love, to show me how to love. And yes, we will speak with you. We will be there within your heart, and we will send others to assist. I had said to you at one time, and Abba has said to you at other times, we love you as if you were our only creation. And when I say only creation, I don't mean just only human being upon this planet. I mean of all of the galaxies and planets we created, and all of the beings upon that planet, wherever it is, and all of the angelic realms, that I'm speaking to you, calling you by name, that we love you as if you were our only creation. You were created and there was no other planet, no other animal, no other being created. We love you that much because we know your value. We know that we poured all of our love into you. Now, you may not have accepted all of our love. That's quite a responsibility to accept the love. You have some that did accept love in this planetary history. Some you do not know because they have disappeared in the eons. We wish to give ourselves to you. We're still us, and you are still of us. Open your mind and open your heart. That is what I wanted to share with you today. I ask you now to bow your head. And did you know when you bow your head, the back of your third chakra opens even more? And the Father and I put our hands upon you. And we are saying to you now, calling you by name, we have total love for you. Feel our energy come into you. Open yourself to receive as much of our energy as you can. It does not matter how much, because the love we have for you, it does not hurt our feelings if you stop and say, that's enough. We love you. Believe that and use our love. Precious one, we are now calling you by the name we call you when you are home, which consists of music, light, and vibration. You are our most beloved. And I am Amma, your mother, the divine mother of the divine mothers, and I love you. This is Kathy. I'm glad we let Amma talk. That was beautiful. And I think today I need to go ahead and get all that transcribed so I can give it to the Sedona Journal. So it'll be in the Sedona Journal, not this next month, not March, but in April. Thank you so much. Blessings to each one of you.
Thank you, Dr. Kathy. That was
Blessings.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Margaret.
Bye, Cleo.
Bye, Margaret.
Bye, everyone.